Oh, I guess I'm live. All right. How you doing tonight? Okay. So tonight we are going to talk about how you can design your perfect morning routine. And it's perfect because it is going to be arranged by what you need. All right? Hi Rob, how's it going? So a few years ago, I noticed that I was waking up, turning my alarm off multiple times, maybe looking at my phone while I'm sitting in bed, and not getting up until just a few minutes before I absolutely had to get up, take a quick shower, get ready to go to work, and then drive off not even having breakfast. Like, that was my routine. I was staying up late. I was waking up early, but I wasn't actually getting up out of bed and doing what I wanted to be doing. And when I was getting ready, I was losing my morning. You know, I was having no morning to myself. It was all business. And when I would come home from work, I was exhausted. So I didn't do anything else. It was just, I wake up, I go to work, I come home, and I veg out in front of the TV, maybe fall asleep on the couch. And one day I had enough. I was done. So I decided that I was going to become a morning person. I had never been a morning person, and I decided, you know what? I can't take it anymore. So that's when I decided to create my own morning routine, and I'm going to share with you 6 steps to get you there. All right? So first off, my name is Dina Cataldo, owner of Sicilian Tea Company, and I want to start you off with a little bit of tea trivia. I want to ask you a question, and that question is, should you store tea in your refrigerator? I mean, you store a lot of other things in your refrigerator to keep them, to preserve them. Should you store tea in the refrigerator? And I will answer that at the end of this video. In the meantime, tell me what you think. Write something in the comment. Let me know that you're here. All right? So let's get to those 6 action steps for starting your morning right. So first off, just notice what you're doing now. Do you stay up late? Do you already wake up early? Do you wake up late? Do you keep your cell phone in your bedroom? Do you read before you go to bed? Keep track of everything that's going on. What are the habits that you already have? Because the first step to changing anything is just knowing what is going on, and that extends to our personal life and to our daily activities. So what are you doing? And I already described to you what I was doing. I was basically waiting to the last minute to get anything done, and I was in a rush, and I could feel like my heart beating faster and all that anxiety and feeling anxious before I would go to work, and that would just transfer to my whole day. Like, I would just feel that tense feeling throughout the day, because that's how I started my morning. So that's the first thing, all right? The second thing that you want to do is ask yourself why you want to change, because this is going to give you the leverage that you will need to make an actual change. Not just talk about it, not just think about it, but to actually change something in your life, you need to know why you want to do it. So like for me, it was because I didn't like that anxious feeling. I hated feeling that way. and when I notice that something doesn't feel right, I go back and I trace back what is making me feel that way. And I realized it was my mornings, and I wanted to change it so badly that I forced myself to do it. So ask yourself why you want to change it. Is it because you feel drained in the evening when you come home from work and you don't feel like you want to do anything? Maybe you don't have the energy to play with your kids. Maybe you find yourself vegging in front of the TV and you have a dog that comes up to you and you just don't have the energy to play with him. You don't have the energy to take him for a walk. Maybe you feel like you're missing out on something during your day because your whole day was spent at work. And so ask yourself why you want to change things, because that is really what is going to help you take further action. 3, The third thing you want to do is figure out what you want to see happen in the morning. Okay, for me, I wanted to have some quiet time to myself. I wanted to make sure that I had some time to just think, that I wasn't so drained that because in the evening I wouldn't think, I wouldn't feel like it, I'm so tired. So I needed to make time for that. And we're gonna have a friend join me. Oh, he's not coming into the video. It's my cat Rocco. And you want to find out like what else you want. Like, do you want to work out more? Do you want to maybe meditate? Do you want to create a tea ritual? Do you want to have time to eat breakfast? I mean, those are just the practical things. Maybe have a little extra time to do your hair nicely or do some makeup. You know, what kind of things do you want to do in the morning? Just kind of have an idea of it. Figure it out. And then you want to set yourself up for success. Okay, so in my case, I wanted quiet time. I wanted to figure out, hey Karen, how's it going? I wanted to figure out what I was going to wear that morning. I wanted time to just sit with a cup of tea. And eventually I got a dog and I wanted to take him for a walk every morning. So I wanted to make sure that I gave myself time to give him a walk without feeling like I was in a rush. So those are things that I wanted. And then I designed my morning around that, because the next strategy that you need to have is to set yourself up for success. And that's the 5th action step. Personally, I have my alarm on my phone and I put it in the kitchen, because I noticed, going back to step 1, just noticing what's going on, I noticed that when I had my phone in my bedroom and the alarm went off, because I'd use my phone as the alarm, I'd either put my alarm on snooze multiple times, or I'd pick up my phone and start looking at the news. I'd check Facebook, I'd check Instagram, I would see what's going on at CNN, but I would not get out of bed. So I knew that I needed to get my phone out of my bedroom. I put my phone and my alarm in my kitchen, which is where I start my morning every morning. So I have no choice but to get up out of bed and come to the kitchen to turn off my alarm. It forces me to get up. And then I have the same few things that I do in the same order every morning, just so I can get my brain going, because I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I know that's like an ungodly hour for a lot of people. I never used to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I used to wake up at like 6:55. But that's the power that this has, is that you will want to wake up early so you can do all of the things that you want to do and feel all of the ways you want to feel. So I get up, I come to the kitchen, I turn off my alarm, I go straight to my tea kettle, I turn on my tea kettle, I get out the lemon from out of my refrigerator, I put it onto the counter, because the first thing I do is I drink a glass of lemon water and I have a cup of tea. I feed my animals, and then I get all of my water after the water's heated, and I make my tea and I have my lemon water. Then I take my dog for a walk, and we go for like a half-hour walk. And then by the time I get home, it's like 5:15, I take a shower. This is something I just did recently because I was tired of drying my hair because it took too much time. I was just like, okay, I'm done. It's 10 minutes out of my life. I just can't do it anymore. So I decided that I'm going to take a shower first thing in the morning, like when I get home from walking my dog, take my shower and let my hair dry naturally while I do whatever else I need to do in the morning. And usually it's working on the tea business. So that's what I do. That's my routine, but it all starts with that very first thing in the morning where I have to come to the kitchen to turn off my alarm and then do all the things in the kitchen to get me going, because it all starts with that. Otherwise, I would be in my room. I've even done this recently because every once in a while I think, oh, I can leave my phone in my room. No problem. I'm totally over it. I'll leave my phone in my room as my alarm, and I'll do the exact same thing. I'll start fiddling with my phone, looking up the news and all that good stuff. So it doesn't work. For me to have the phone in my room, it's a morning killer. And then when I do that, I feel like I've wasted my whole day. That's another great thing about creating a morning routine that is perfect for you, whether you're drinking lemon water and tea, or whether or not you're setting yourself up to go to the gym right away. You get to do what you want to do before you've even started going to the office. You've got your own life happening, and you're not coming home exhausted, not able to do the things that you need to do to take care of yourself. So for instance, if you wanted to create a gym routine, maybe something you could do is the night before, pack all of your clothes in a bag, or put them like right next to your sink in your bathroom, and put your phone next to your clothes. So instead of having your phone with the alarm in your bedroom, you have the phone with your alarm next to your clothes in the bathroom. Your alarm goes off, you get up, you go to the bathroom. First thing you do is you change into your gym clothes. Then you're out the door. So, I mean, there's these little tricks you can play with yourself to create that momentum to get your morning going, because our tired brains, they're not going to want to do anything in the morning. We're working on autopilot. And if our alarm is next to us in bed and we just like turn it off, we're just looking at the phone and we're brain dead. We're on autopilot. So use that to your advantage. Use that autopilot to your advantage and move those first minutes of the morning someplace where you can get your morning started in a positive way. So, yeah. All right. Well, I hope you do something with this. I would really like to see what your mornings look like and find out if you decide you want to make any changes, and if so, what are those changes? So that's the first thing I would like you to do. Is if you've heard anything that you're going to try and that you're going to work with, I want you to make a comment and tell me exactly what you're going to do. And I also want to let you know that these are going to be tweaked. Whatever your morning routine is, you're going to tweak it over time. You're going to see what works and what doesn't. So for instance, like I was saying, I got a dog. I woke up 30 minutes earlier. I go to bed at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So that might not be for everybody, but you know, and I have those nights where I stay up way too late and I still wake up early. But you know, do what works for you. Wake up when you need to wake up. Go to sleep to give your body some time to rest. If you want to have a 4:30 wake up call like me, you can do it. You just have to create the ability to do it. I have to have 8 hours of sleep to function. If I have 7, I might be able to do that for 1 or 2 nights in a row, but after that, I'm dead to the world. So everybody's body is different. Some people can sleep 5 hours and they are up and raring to go. I am not one of those people. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind that you're going to be tweaking this. You're going to find things that work better than others. You're going to maybe move your gym clothes from one part of the house to another part of the house. You know, you'll move your alarm from one part of the house to another part of the house so that it works for you. Okay? And the second thing I want you to do is, if you are motivated to create some quiet time in your morning, some time to yourself, just to take care of yourself, I encourage you to join the free 21-day Tea Ritual Challenge. We're in the middle of a live challenge right now. You're going to start from day 1 if you click the link in the post, and you will see that there's just some encouragement that will happen. These emails that you get daily will encourage you to keep it going and to keep that quiet time going. So thank you so much for your time today. I do want to give you the answer to that question. Did anyone figure out whether or not you should be refrigerating your tea? The answer is no. Tea absorbs moisture. So it's kind of like baking soda. Like you put baking soda in the refrigerator, it absorbs all that moisture. You don't want to put your tea in the fridge. Some other things that you want to know for storage purposes: you don't want to put tea next to like your microwave or your oven, because tea doesn't do well with a heat source. It changes the flavor of the tea. You also don't want to put tea next to spices, because tea will absorb the flavor and take on the flavors of those spices. So just some things to be aware of. All right. Thank you so much tonight. I will see you next week. Have a good one.